Gray Area talks about sex, relationships, mental health, and more. Our content is intended for a mature audience, and the views and opinions expressed on the show are those of the talent and guests alone and are provided for informational purposes only. We want to talk to you, but this is a TV show, and our hosts are not qualified healthcare professionals. If you're depressed, feel your life is at risk, or need immediate assistance, please seek professional help or dial 911. What's up, everyone? I'm Sasha Grey. Welcome to Gray Area.
And I'm Dumbfounded, Sasha's co-host and also the host that the show is not named after. So Sasha, this is our first ever show.
Truth, and we're popping our Gray Area cherry right now.
Oh, we just done popped the cherry. I'm stoked to be here with you guys.
Oh, I felt that.
That was a good pop, yeah.
All right, so Dumb and I are both streamers, and we love talking to people in real time. And this is just another way to do it here on VENN.
Anything can happen on live TV, but it's cool because it's 2020. We're ready for it all. And
Yes.
man, I'm excited just to be out the crib. I was sitting in front of my computer for 3 months in my boxer shorts. And I'm ready to do it officially.
Thank you for the visual.
I didn't explain what color boxer shorts, but what are you excited about most?
True. I'm excited about being on set and having a crew, having people here, and having chat. So they're here with us right now. I love it. It's just another way to take what we do to the next level. And I know a lot of you were asking how we can do a show together in the same space. And yes, we're very aware of COVID. And we want you to know that we're practicing safe, sectional, right here, right now. We're live from our very own comfy and very separate seats.
I see what you did there, safe sectional. I respect the wordplay because I'm a rapper. And we're gonna come in raw with the topics. Yikes, all right.
All right, so as we all know, the first time you do anything is a big deal. So that's why we decided to make our first episode all about first times. We want to hear your questions, your stories, and who knows, maybe we can give you some advice.
We've got our own Gray Area community now on Discord. Join us or hit us up at #AskGrayArea. Let's do the damn thing.
Yes, and we're talking about first times. I keep thinking about my first job.
How old were you?
I was 13.
13,
and
that's illegal, okay.
Totally legal. Well, it was my first legit job, I should say, right? So I had been trying to get a job for a long time in California. You can't really get a job if you're under 16.
Young Sasha. Sasha Black before turning gray. No offense, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And no, it's all good. So I was looking for a job for a while. I wanted some independence, and I got it. I was waving those signs for a real estate development company out in the boondocks, in the middle of nowhere, outside of the city. And it was cool, though. I was excited. I had my own independence, and it felt good.
Until you got that first check, and it was real disappointing.
Until I got that first check.
When I think about first times, I think about losing my virginity. And wait, oh man, I have not ever shared that picture. Well, a blazer and a tie-dye t-shirt. It looks like I'm a CEO of a kombucha company or something.
So true.
But I think about freshman year in high school, losing my virginity, and the next day walking down the hallway, holding onto my backpack straps, feeling like the coolest guy on the block. James Brown playing in the background, girls holding their binder, being like, there's something different about Jon. And there was. I grew up peach fuzz, and I still have that exact same peach fuzz till this day.
Yes.
Would you like to share your first time? I don't know how you feel about that.
I've actually shared my first time so many times that I felt like I should switch it up and tell you about my first time with a woman.
Ooh.
Tell all of you my first time.
Exclusive drop.
Exclusive. Right here, right now. So it was actually great. I had really awkward fumblings making out with girls, but I was really insecure. I didn't know how to approach women, but I knew I was interested. And she was several years older than me, and she just took my hand, and she did it, and it was a great experience, actually. And
better than your first time with a dude?
100%.
Oh.
100%.
Okay,
yes.
well,
yeah.
That's all right.
A little less pressure. A little less pressure, too.
Okay.
So I know a lot of the stories we hear are heteronormative, but there isn't just one way to do anything. Trust me.
It doesn't have to be P and the V, it's everything in between A through Z. And speaking of first times, speaking of first times, Sasha and I have our very first gray area guest.
She's been crowned the Meme Queen, and her wildly successful Daddy Issues Instagram has over 4 million followers. She's the host of the top-rated Too Tired to Be Crazy podcast. We can't wait to hear what she has to say about first times. Violet Benson.
We're just gonna pretend like I'm not the best thing to ever happen to you. A letter to all the boys I've ever loved that didn't love me back. Are you blind? For me to give you that advice, I need the help of my alter ego, aka Daddy Issues.
I never got the love that I needed from my father growing up emotionally.
Sometimes you gotta be your own little hype man. Yeah, it's my birthday.
But I do know how to give bomb-ass advice.
Give the same pep talk you would give to your friend to yourself.
If you want to come to me and project your insecurity, make me feel like there's something wrong with me, with all of this, bitch, I know you're lying. Do I need this in there? No.
Whatever you want. What's up, Violet? Thank you so much for being here.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yo, you're the first ever guest. Thank you for being brave enough to do this. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. I'm a really brave person, so thank you.
We love it. So how did you go from a career in finance to being a full-time content creator? That's a big jump.
You know, usually what I tell people when they ask me that, you know, just like Google this. At this point, it's like, I'm kidding. Well, basically, I would like to thank my depression. It really helped me out. And I was always, I think, a funny person. I just didn't know that that could be a career. I mean, I wouldn't say I was a funny person. Like one of those awkward people that usually you laugh at.
Okay.
I'd be like, that's me. And so I was an accountant, and I was just really miserable in my workplace. The women in my workplace made my life really miserable. And I had no social media at that point. But so my escape was just, I was like, what if I just post something and it's memes, has nothing to do with what I look like, and no one will know it's me, just for fun, for my own escape. And it was like, so then every night I would just like be so focused after work. I'd be so focused on this meme account, and I was just focused on growing it. But it was never, I never thought that you can actually make a living off of Instagram. It was just like, for myself, because I had no friends at that point. I was so depressed. I had no idea who I was as a person. I was so lost. And then when I created Daddy Issues, in a way, like the followers and the fans like helped me refine myself. And then like it felt like it was the first time in my life that I actually felt like I fitted in.
The most fire content comes out of the darkest moments, I swear.
So true.
Like pandemic right now, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, learning new social media platforms. I know you got 2 degrees though. Like you still use the degrees in any way?
I would say, I mean, running my own business, I have 2 businesses, and I used to also have my a clothing brand. So I would say I use my business law degree in that sense. And then, I mean, when I quit my job, to pursue Instagram, like as a full-time job, I incorporated myself a few days later. So that's my accounting skills that came in. So.
Did you do that here in LA?
To incorporate myself?
I mean, like when you left finance and went into content creation, were you here already?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I moved to the US, because I'm not from here, when I was 14, we just moved straight to Los Angeles, and then I just stayed here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have a crazy first time story for us?
Okay, I have so many crazy first times to the point that like I couldn't even decide
A gang of first times, huh? All right.
But, and then I asked the producers to make sure that I'm allowed to talk about drugs, and they said yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Table.
We're allowed to actually do drugs live on the show as well.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Oh, but make sure it's 6 feet away from me.
We can't do drugs like that. It's not, we're just doing it alone at that point, 6 feet apart.
8 feet. 8 feet. We're actually 8 feet.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. 6 feet is the rule, but we made it 8 feet.
So why don't you share one of your first time stories?
Okay, I'm gonna share the first time that I ever tried drugs. I was in, I can't believe I'm sharing this. Okay.
We love it. We love it.
This is like every brand is going to drop me once I discuss this. Okay, whatever. YOLO.
You are the brand.
If they drop me, I'll just start selling feet pics on Craigslist. No big deal.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay, so here's what. So I moved to the US when I was 14, and then I made this one friend when I was 15, and at this point I still I wouldn't say, I don't think I even tried alcohol yet. I've never smoked weed. I've never done any drugs, and I've never even kissed a boy. Like, that's how innocent I was. So when I was 15, I became best friends with this one girl. Her name's Kylie. And
Kylie, close up.
Kylie. And she basically, her boyfriend was cheating on her, and she was just like, oh my God, we just like, my boyfriend's cheating on me, and like, if we do this one drug with him, he's doing this one drug with this other girl, and like, if I do it with him, then he'll love me. And
Wow.
like, so she should just like do it with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it? And she's like, don't worry about it, but it makes you skinny. And I was like,
Ooh.
okay, like I have a friend. That's so exciting.
Guess that drug. Let's guess that drug.
Makes you skinny. Some kind of stimulant.
So then
Snorting Adderall?
we hang out. I wish we hang out in the car. Sorry, we hang out in the car, and then her boyfriend pulls out this pipe. It's like this long pipe in a circle, and he starts like, putting the lighter under it, and then he's like, and he goes, Kylie, and she goes, oh, I'm too nervous. V, you go first. And I was like, okay. And then he holds it for me, and I inhale it, and when I exhale, it's the biggest smoke I've ever
okay.
seen.
All right.
And it just like, and then suddenly like my jaw starts to move a lot, and I'm like freaking out. And then my best friend Kylie, to this day we laugh about it. She goes, you know what? I'm too scared. I'm not gonna do it. So she's never done it. And then I'm just like so like hyped up, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is so amazing. Like, what is this called? Like, I love it so much. And he's like, oh, it's called meth. And I was like, cool. Can we do it next week? I love this because I have no idea what it is. I go home. I'm like, okay, I'll just go to sleep. I try to sleep, can't.
Yikes.
My jaw's moving, and I'm like, I'll just Google it. I Googled what is meth.
No.
And I saw what meth was, and I was like, okay, so not for me.
Yeah. That's a
100%
terrible
not.
meth ad, a PSA, anti-drug PSA right there.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it again because I read for whatever reason that it's like it's all mental. It's like addictive mentally or something. Cocaine is physical. Meth is addictive mentally. So I was like, oh, it's in my head. It's in my head. So then anyway,
Right.
I didn't sleep for 2 days. When you go number two,
Wow.
number one, you pee. It smells like the meth.
I've seen Spun.
It's still it's still the best high of my life, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, let's
You wouldn't
play.
recommend it.
Let's play
That's
a
a
meth
good
type game right now. How about that?
All right, a little bit better, a little bit more innocent.
Okay.
I'm glad that you learned that wasn't an experience you ever wanted to
I
repeat.
learned that it wasn't for me.
That's a good thing, thank goodness. So let's play a little something we call 20 and 60. It's a fast way for everyone to get to know more about you. And Dem's gonna hit you with the questions, and you're gonna try to answer 20 and 60 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
All right, time starts now. Where did you go on your first date ever?
What? I don't know, everywhere.
How old were you when you got your first kiss?
17,
Who was it with?
maybe 16. Actually, no, 16 with the girl, my best friend Kylie.
Ooh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
What was the first illegal thing you ever did?
meth.
Yeah, I knew that one.
What was your first job?
I was a host at Islands, and they fired me like 2 weeks later.
Their burgers suck.
Really? I thought it was all right. That's the name of the person. What was the name of the person you lost your virginity to?
Jon. Ugh.
What's the name of the person you wish you lost your virginity to?
Shit, I don't know. I can't think. Kylie?
If you're reported missing, where's the first place someone should look for you?
My cat probably ate my face, so in my house.
How do you feel about being our first guest?
You know, I'm really nervous, but you're welcome.
What was your first word?
I don't know. My parents don't remember.
They didn't tell you
care.
that?
No.
They didn't tell you that? What is the name of the first person you said I love you to?
Kobe. Oh, fuck, I hate saying that.
All right, you got 10 questions in 60 seconds right there.
10 out of 20.
Did I win?
You won because you're the first guest.
Kylie seemed to be a reoccurring name that just came
Right?
up. Shout
yeah.
out to Kylie
I was
out
just
there.
projecting, though. I was just projecting.
Yeah, she was projecting.
What happened at your first job? Why'd you get fired?
Well, I wouldn't, dude, I can't even remember which one was my first job because I think my dad didn't allow me to have a job when I was younger until, because he wanted me to focus on school. So I would do it
Yeah.
behind his back because I saw other people do it. But I think, so I applied to 3 different places. So in a way, they were all my first jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
They lasted for like a week or 2. So like one of my first jobs, I would say, was in Islands when I was a hostess, and they wanted me to clean some throw up, and I was like,
Oh.
you do it. And they're like, you're the hostess. And I was like, I don't need this job, I quit. So nothing too exciting. I was just a spoiled brat.
All right.
All right, well, let's take a look at the chat right now.
We've got live chat right here, you guys.
What are the people saying, Sasha?
What are they saying? Don't do meth. That's a good one. I think we all
like
agree
that
with
one.
that.
She
Yeah.
really does not trust her cat. Okay.
We've already got memes of Dumb right here. Super excited. Never trust a cat.
Someone said Kylie got the show off to quite the start.
Yep. Everybody loves your teeth.
Shut up.
Yeah, they
Yes,
specifically
yes.
said your teeth are fire. Yeah.
They're veneers. Thank you, Dr. Daniel.
I mean, for a meth head, the teeth are fire, actually. I gotta say. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So we got to take a break. This is going by so fast. But when we come back, we're playing a game that's so wrong, it's right. Be right back.
Yay.
If some dude ghosted you, good. He just did you a favor by walking away so you can find someone else that will appreciate you. Thank you, boy. Bye. There's thousands, a million other dicks out there that will satisfy you the way you deserve. They'll go down on you, they'll make you feel beautiful, and they would never ghost you because they'll know exactly what's right in front of them. Love yourself, treat yourself the best, and those are the people you're going to attract.
That's a good advice. Good for her.
Welcome back to Gray Area, where we're going to talk about anything and everything. And today, we're talking about first times with Violet Benson.
Hi.
That video right there, you look like a turned up Martha Stewart in front of that olive oil right there.
Yeah, that's my mother.
That's
So crazy. How did you know?
The daughter of Martha
Yes.
Stewart, Violet Benson, y'all. Violet, I heard you speak mad languages. How many languages you speak?
I don't speak that many. I speak English, some of it, Russian, Hebrew, and I used to speak French and Arabic, but I don't anymore.
That
Wow.
is a gang of languages.
Yes.
And English, as you said, is like the third
My
language.
third language, yeah.
That's great.
wild. That's
Man.
wild.
Yeah.
I speak Korean
That's
and
dope.
English and a little poquito Spanish. You speak multiple languages?
I speak food. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Okay.
Food and English.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
Where are you from?
I'm from St. Petersburg, Russia. Go communism. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's why you rocking the red, huh?
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
That's why you rocking
love
that
it.
red.
Imagine I like pull out like a flag
Yes.
and I'm just like,
I'm-
this is
I'm
my
here for
fiance.
it.
Like, cut off the live stream now.
We're the only people that would be like,
Yeah. We have the disclaimer for all that ready, but
we'll listen for it. So how do your parents feel about your openness with sex and how confident you are?
You know, luckily, my parents don't speak that English that well. So I think a lot of the times when my mom watches my videos, because my parents watch everything, my mom watches my videos, she'd be like, oh, Violeta, you did so good. And I'd be like, Mom, did you hear what I was talking about? No, I didn't really understand. I was like, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, thank you so much.
That's
She's like,
so
you look so
cute.
pretty.
Violetta.
my parents never watched my stuff because I never taught them the internet.
Probably
Oh,
better
smart.
for them.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
better for them.
Yeah, it's-
So you give a lot of great advice, like block his number, but do you actually take your own advice?
Yeah. I'm like, I would say the difference between, I would say, my alter ego daddy issues and me now is that I have like zero tolerance for a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
So I cut guys off like real fast. And I would say daddy issues, my alter ego is definitely more desperate for guys' attention. And I think in real life, I'm a little bit more of a fuck girl than I like portray on the internet. So a lot of
Yeah.
the time, maybe I'm the problem at this point.
Well, what did it feel like when you found out people were actually taking your advice? Because that could be a lot of pressure and responsibility.
You know, it feels so good because I know when I first started, when daddy issues started to grow, I was like, okay, V, you have this opportunity that a lot of people don't have where you can have a platform.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I need to make sure I can make a difference. And and my difference is to help people emotionally. So when I first started daddy issues, yes, it was to help women be more open about sexuality and also talk about masturbating. Like even recently I made some jokes about masturbating and men got so upset at me and I was just like, wait, I didn't know that was still taboo. So I think
Right.
things like that. And then my podcast is more about self-healing and I listen to a lot of TED Talks. I read a lot about it, different books on the internet. So for me, it's really important to help other people. And I hope in the future, one day I get to speak at a TED Talk. Like that would be my goal. for
I
sure.
am here for all of that, and that's actually something I'm really excited to do here on Gray Area. And empowering people has been something
Yeah.
that's been very important for me all throughout my career.
Same,
So-
and I won't get mad about masturbation talk on this show at
Yes.
all.
Okay.
All right, so it's time for another first. Our very first caller. Violet, are you game to give some advice?
Yes, let's go.
All right. What's up, caller? Miguel.
Yo.
What's up, Miguel? How's it going?
Where are you calling from?
I'm doing Cookville, Tennessee.
All right.
Hey, Tennessee. Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah, deep in the South.
Yes, sir. You got a question for us?
Yeah, so speaking on first times, how does someone prepare for their first time? And I speak on non-experience because I'm 26. I'm still a virgin. I don't know what I'm gonna do whenever I have my first time. So, help, please.
Okay, I got it. Okay, here's what you have to do. Number 1, masturbate before you have sex. Because if you don't, you're going to come way too fast and then it may get awkward or whatever. And number 2, just know that everyone gets really awkward and uncomfortable before they have sex, whether it's a first time or your 700th time. It's awkward because you're so vulnerable. You're getting naked. So just know you're not alone. Like whoever you're sleeping with, that person's gonna get so uncomfortable too. So if you make each other feel comfortable and it's about like connecting spiritually and emotionally, you'll be able to connect physically and it's gonna be beautiful and amazing.
It's always
100%.
nerve-wracking. Even my first time was like Eminem and 8 Mile getting ready for it. You know, lose
Did you
yourself.
vomit?
I was playing Lose Yourself, Mom Spaghetti. I was getting ready for it.
Gosh.
You were ready for it. Yeah, I think we build up so much expectations for it. I like the tip about masturbating first, especially for men.
Because it's such a big deal.
It is not. It is and it isn't. Like once you, oh, he froze. Oh no.
He froze at the big deal. So there you go. Okay.
You're back. You're back. We got you back. It is a big deal and it's not. I think once you finally have that experience, you'll feel a big relief.
Literally.
Okay.
I believe it. I believe it.
All right.
And I've been practicing, not really, I mean, manually, but
Miguel, we're
like
losing you.
in.
Thank you, Miguel, but good luck with your
Sorry.
ventures.
Thank you for your
Thanks
call.
for calling, bro.
All right, so Yvette sent us a video.
Okay.
She's not actually calling in, it's just a video.
Hi. I haven't had sex in a couple of years. I'm trying to have fun with a woman with no commitments, nothing serious. I find it hard and intimidating talking to a woman than it is talking to a guy. My question is, what are the things I need to do to approach a woman for the very first time?
Approach a woman for the very first time.
Yes.
Inexperience with being with a
You
woman.
can go first.
You know what? Even though I'm very confident in my sexuality, I still get nervous and I am still shy when it comes to approaching women. So I think you can kind of play on that. Play on your own personality and learn and try to figure out ways you can flirt with other women. And you don't have to be perfect at it. You know, a little grabbing of the hand, hit her up. We are in weird times. I know it's challenging right now. It's not going to be easy, but you know, invite her out for drinks if that's your thing. If you don't drink, invite her out for something else. Don't do coffee though, coffee's lame. But I think if you invite her out and
No
kind of
coffee?
take no
coffee.
no
Got
coffee,
you.
no
All right, cool.
coffee.
All right.
That's just like just get to the point at that point.
I feel
But what do you think, Violet?
I think you start innocently, so you're just, whether it's a boy or a girl, but it's a girl this situation, and just basically, you know, you start sending each other memes on social media from daddy issues, I would assume.
I saw that coming. Of
Just some
course,
random
daddy issue plug.
That's only meme account I can think of. But
Yeah.
let's say you do daddy issues and then you start some like flirting, and then you can see if that person is interested or not. And then that's how you can gauge if they're interested or not. And then you get drunk and you drunk text them. And then if they're not interested, the next day you're like, whoa, what happened? I was so drunk. Like, I don't even remember. That's so
Get
weird.
drunk,
You can-
send memes from daddy issues.
You can even fake the drunk at that point.
Yeah,
You can just be
okay,
like,
you don't have-
oh, she didn't like it. Oops, sorry, had a little
Yeah.
too much to drink tonight.
I usually go for it. I'll just tell the person straight up.
All right, so thank you so much, Yvette. I see you. And don't forget, you all can submit video questions to askgrayarea@venn.tv is the email. Hit us up there. So on this show, we're gonna go there. We've been there, and we're gonna keep going there. We're gonna talk about sex, life, and all of those confusing things.
To that point, there are some products being sold out there that definitely fall into the gray area. So that's why we created this game called Sex Toy or Beauty Product. We have some boxes with some products inside, and we're gonna guess what it's supposed to be used for. Everyone have their box?
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Got up,
Okay,
same time.
Okay, Sasha, you go first. Open up your box.
First.
What do we got here?
All right.
You're shaking it up like it's a Christmas present, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
curling
Yeah.
iron.
Yep.
So you guys are going curling iron.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Okay, I
yeah.
have it. Okay. I guess to switch it up, I'm gonna go sex toy. All right.
No, curling iron.
Curling
Why?
iron.
I don't, because I feel like curling irons, I've seen the more traditional ones. This one's really like decorated nicely.
I would say Quarantine is maybe an expert with masturbating and sex toys, so I feel like that's a curling iron.
Yeah.
It could definitely be used as a sex toy like anything else. You know what I'm
It's got the
saying?
beady vibe.
You should not put that up inside of you because there's a heating air. I don't know. Let's see.
Heating element.
Yeah. So
Dangerous. Don't try this at home.
This couch was a sex toy at some point in my teenage years, for sure. So let's find out what
Bringing
that
it back.
curling iron is. Point at the magic wall with your Harry Potter sex toy.
Curling wand.
Curling wand for
Hey.
wave hair. Ride the
wave
wave.
hair.
I like that. Ride the
Perfect.
wave. Okay, Violet, it's your turn. Let's get into that box, girl.
Okay. Oh. Ha.
All right, let's switch it. Oh, it matches your outfit.
Vibrator.
All right.
Because there's a button
Oh,
in here.
Yeah,
open it
it's
up
not
real
even
quick.
open.
Open that up real quick. Okay, so it's shaped like a
Oh,
lipstick.
I don't know. Does someone use this?
She
All
gave a whiff.
sanitized.
Yeah.
Sanitized
I
10
like how you
times.
gave it a whiff first. You didn't even check. You were like, okay.
Smells fine.
So it's what is it made out of? That's not a. It's rubber. It's like a rubber situation.
It's for your clitoris while you're driving.
Oh,
while you're driving.
While you're driving.
I heard it through the
pretending it's a
grapevine.
lipstick, but it's not.
You're giving great advice. To
I'm
use a
kidding.
vibrator
Don't do it
while
while you're driving.
No, that's what the disclaimer is for.
Vibrator. Lipstick vibrator.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about you, Sash? What do you think?
It's a vibrator.
Vibrator?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something to plump your lips up with. Nah, I'm gonna
No.
go. Is it plumping?
zhuzh.
Nah,
It
I'm gonna
doesn't
go. I'm
zhuzh
gonna
the
go with
same
beauty
way.
product. Let's see what it is. Multi-speed vibrator. Oh, that's multiple speeds on that.
I know.
Happy
my stuff.
orgasm.
Happy orgasm. Okay, last but not least, let's go to my box. Never thought I'd say that. All right, there we go. What do we? Oh, this looks straight up like a sex toy right here.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
No.
I guess you put it on your lips.
I have one of those.
Should I put it in?
I don't think so.
Yep, that's how you do
All right.
it.
Is that?
I don't think that's a vibrator.
It's not a vibrator, but it's meant for your oral pleasures.
How
Where's my camera when I need
How
it?
did a beauty
I
product?
don't think so.
It's made for oral pleasures, like a Fellini movie where he just keeps drawing on and on and on. Like
You're gonna start drooling.
Like the Joker.
That makes no sense. You're gonna start drooling.
That's-
like the Joker.
That's part of the fetish. Like the messier, the better.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna start drooling soon.
Okay, let's take a look at the wall and see
yeah.
what this is. Slinton.
It's a lie. It's a
a-
lie.
Wait,
It's a lie.
Are you sure?
I have this. I'm not lying.
You
I'm
have-
not
you
lying.
use
They're
it?
lying.
Hey, maybe you're misusing it.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
I bought it from a fetish store.
Okay.
It's definitely.
I'll use this for Halloween or something. Okay, here we go.
All right. That was super fun. I want to do more of those.
Okay.
All right, let's stick around. Next we have the sexiest doctor alive, Dr. Mike, up next to answer all of your medical questions.
The first time I was
at the park near my house.
At Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
I remember being very scared.
I was with my brother and my grandmother.
My homie invited me to hang out with his college friends.
And then all of a sudden, pew!
Just up and down, picked up pace a little bit, and I just started screaming.
Biggest peck in history ever, like a millisecond.
But maintained a pretty slow and steady speed considering it was
over very quickly.
It's like 2 seconds.
I started crying.
Almost instantaneously.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it could have been longer.
Once it was done, I was like, we have to do that again. So we did it a couple more times.
That was the first time we went on a roller coaster.
My first roller coaster.
So that's my roller coaster story. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh my goodness. Welcome back to Gray Area, where we talk about things that aren't so black and white, and no subject is off limits. Since it's our first episode, we've been talking about our first times doing the deed and doing other things with Violet Benson.
Hi.
What's up? All right, so I have a question. I was super excited to learn that you're from Russia because I have a huge Russian fan base.
Oh, nice.
And after watching your videos, I was like, oh, okay, you came here when you were a teenager, so I'm curious, do you feel culturally more American or more Russian?
Well, I grew up in Israel too. So,
oh, okay. Throwing us for another surprise.
I feel culturally, I guess in a weird way, I feel like I will always have immigrant mentality. And I think that's what helps me stay like humble and driven and hardworking. Not that I'm saying Americans are not, but I feel like that's what kind of helps me like always be motivated and stuff, so.
Right, that's cool. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try and take it to a caller. Dr. Mike had some tech issues, but hopefully we can get him.
Our first tech issues, I'm stoked. All right, let's
Hey.
Okay, we got Farah from New Jersey.
Look at this cutie.
What's up, Sarah?
Sarah.
Hi, I'm actually Sarah.
Sarah, okay, Sarah, okay. You got a question for us?
Yes, so college starts back up in the fall and I really want to return because I miss all my friends and classes and everything, but is it smart or safe right now? Will I be missing out if I take the semester off?
That's a tough one. I've heard a lot of people complain about that.
Yeah, because online courses, like, that kind of sucks, right? You can't really, like, learn things. It's tough. You're at the crib, you get way too comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're nervous about that, I think that's good enough of an excuse to probably miss class with teachers, which you can use as an excuse. I'm not encouraging it, I'm just saying that's a good excuse.
I think it depends also, like, what kind of classes are you taking? What's your major?
I'm a musical theater major.
Oh, I'm so sorry because that's the hardest. You have to be with other people. You can't.
Yeah, you're doing Hamilton on Zoom?
No,
like...
that's just impossible. Imagine all the tech issues you would have. No, that's a real bummer. I would say practice what you can on your own, but it's almost not even worth the tuition to like pay to have people not even be there live with you and be able to have that communal experience with people.
That's true.
Yeah, well, just, think hard about it and hope it works out. Thank you, Sarah, for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're actually going to take a question right now from Discord.
Yes.
So let's see what we got from our Discord channel, which you guys can also join in and ask questions. Okay. All right, the question is dating during quarantine the same experience as dating during a long-distance relationship?
Violet, what you think? What you think?
I would say yes. If anything, I feel like dating during quarantine kind of forces people to get to know each other before getting physical. So if anything, I feel like you'll end up kind of coming out of it with a deeper connection. So I kind of like it. I've usually been in long distance relationships before, so I would say it is similar in a way, but usually you already have a physical connection before you get into the long distance.
Right.
True, yeah.
It feels a little bit
for the memory.
It feels a little bit teasing too, because it's not like they're super far away. Like they're pretty close. You're just like, no touchy.
Right, and I guess it depends, like you said, has there been any physical contact? Like, are you breaking COVID rules? Have you actually hooked up?
I do feel like a lot of people probably lead each other on because they just need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably the not so great part about quarantine dating, because they're probably talking to like 7 other people, and if you think they're not, it's because you're not, but they are.
My homegirls were saying that the DMs, they're the most responsive in the DMs that they've ever been.
The most responses?
No, most responsive. Like they've been responsive to the DMs they're receiving.
Because they're so bored. Yeah.
Everyone needs a companion.
Good time to send out DMs, guys, for sure.
Yes,
so if someone doesn't have time for you during quarantine dating, they're just not into you because they literally have all the time in the world.
True.
Right.
True.
Okay, we got another question from Discord. Is it appropriate to ask if and when they have been tested?
For what?
I'm assuming for
what?
Probably for
COVID.
For COVID, probably, yeah.
I mean, I was supposed to go on a date with this guy, and he asked me to get tested, and I was like, for herpes? No, and he was like, just kidding. But he was like, for COVID, and before we meet up, because so it's like it's pretty normal these days.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you get tested?
I didn't feel like it, so I didn't meet up with him. Sorry.
All right. So I
did get tested in the past,
on you,
but I didn't feel like getting tested for
She's
him.
like, I wasn't into him that much.
I wasn't into him.
All right, we're gonna take a live call right now with somebody else.
This is a phone call, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey.
Hi, so this was actually a question for the doctor, but I'm wondering if you guys had any input on it. So, a day or so ago, my girlfriend and I were, doing the deed, and she was going up, and as she went up, it kind of fell out, and when she came back down, it like hurt really badly, and it's been hurting for like the last few days. So I was wondering if it's like possible to like actually break your penis.
No, I read about it.
You read about?
Yes, it is. It is. I know about this from previous.
Wait. She said she read about it and didn't know. It says it's not possible, and you're saying it is possible.
It's 100% possible. Yeah.
Oh, because it is a bone or something?
You just, I don't. It's like a fracture.
The word boner comes from bones. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've had that incident where it has hurt, you know, but
Right.
it's healed pretty quickly. I mean, this gentleman seems like he's going through it.
Yeah, it's not a bone. It's not a bone, but you can still fracture it. You can fracture the boner, but it is not a bone. Yeah. I knew some people that happened to, and
I wish we had the doctor to actually help us.
I know. First, I'm like, just try not to get too excited for a couple weeks.
Try not to get too excited.
Like, tell your girlfriend, hey man.
Is it bruised?
Hey, yeah, call her man. That's sexy.
Is it bruised or anything? Is it?
It's
like...
not bruised. It's just really painful.
No, you just have to be upfront with her. Like, please don't get me excited.
Yeah, well, hold off until we get a doctor on the line. Maybe rub some Neosporin on that thing. But,
all right. So we have.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for calling. Thank you so much. Good luck. So it's time for another first. It's our first poll. Here it is. Here's our question. How would you rate your first time? Would you say fireworks, meh, cringe, or what first time? Go vote now, and we'll check your answers later on in the show.
It's a meh for me.
I mean, does anyone have a great first time?
Yeah, why don't you said it was a meh for you?
Well, basically, I wanted to lose my virginity in prom because I saw that in the movies, and I was like, this is it. And then he was like, no, well, like, he was my boyfriend at the time, and he was like, no, let's wait. Like, I want to make it special for you. And I was like, okay. And then like 2 weeks later, randomly, we're just hanging out in his house. And he's like, should we just do it? And I was like, are you, okay. And then we did it. And then I was just like, I was like in my head. And then he was sweating and like his sweat dripped on my chest. And I like in slow-mo watching his sweat like drip on my chest. And I was like so disgusted. And then it was over. And then he just turned to the side and I turned to the side. And I was just like, can you take me home? And then I didn't talk to him for a few days. And he was like, are you okay? And I was just like, my grandma just died. I need some space.
Oh, you did the grandma?
She did just die.
Oh, sorry.
I think my first time masturbating, masturbating was far more lit than my first time actually having sex.
Me too.
I felt like it was a glitch in the Matrix that I just found out. I was like, oh, nobody knows this brand new secret I got. But yeah, it was lit.
All right, we're still trying to get Dr. Mike here with us.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna have to take a break.
Okay, let's take another break. So vote in the polls, guys, and stick around. We're answering more of your questions with Violet Benson.
Welcome back to Gray Area. I'm Sasha Grey, and we're live, which means we're still trying to get Dr. Mike on, but, you know.
And I'm dumbfounded. Violet Benson is here with us.
Hey. All right, so we have one more question sent to askgrayarea@venn.tv.
Okay, here we go.
I've never tried sexting, but I want to. Any tips for good angles for pics? A good way to start it?
Okay, so a good way to start it is to never send a dick pic without someone asking for it first. That would be the best way to start it.
No unsolicited dick pics.
100%.
No, it's like no one has ever asked for it. It's like 2% of the world girls usually ask for it. So don't send it unless you ask you. And a good way, I think, to start sexting is just to start flirting and just to see how the other person is responding.
Right.
And if they're like more into it, then you can kind of keep going. And then they're just like, but they're like, don't take it too far. Like, I want you to like piss all over my face. And then and then you're just like, whoa, okay.
I feel like you have more to that. You have more to that.
Also,
tell us that.
Also, a little tip: don't send dick pics with any noticeable tattoos or furniture. Yeah.
Furniture, house plants, though.
The house plants, they'll notice.
That cactus.
It's like I recognize that planter anywhere. Okay. All right. Let's. What do we do?
And just know whatever pictures you're sending, all of their friends saw them.
Yeah.
We share it with all of our friends.
So you should expect that. You should expect that the whole crew is gonna see it.
That's why if I take a picture, I'm just like, you know, I'm Picasso. Like, this is beautiful. This is art. And I don't mind if someone else sees it because I'm like, you're welcome.
I love it.
Learn how to use Photoshop. Okay.
So, we have another caller. Josh, what's up?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. So my question is around being home full-time for the first time. Sadly, someone in my household got diagnosed with COVID, and while they are like isolated and doing the whole thing, there are people in my house who kind of don't respect boundaries and personal space, and so I was wondering how I could, get around that and explain it to them.
That's a tough one. You can just have a talk with them. You might have to really, really take some serious, have a serious talk and maybe talk about like splitting up or something. Because this is a serious pandemic. You know what I mean? You can't put a whole mask under a room or something.
No. Are you with friends, like roommates or family?
So my living situation is very weird. It's half family, half roommates.
Got it.
It's a lot of us living together. So that's why we all have to stay home.
Does your family like own, or is your family responsible for the property, or are the other people?
Bingo. Yep. They're the owners.
There's your power. Just say you're
Just to kick them out?
Yeah, I would go there.
No, you're
Whoever
not allowed
doesn't
to evict.
respect it, I would say leave.
But you're not allowed. Isn't it tricky right now? Because you can't really evict people during the pandemic.
But
right?
if they don't respect your boundaries and they don't care about COVID and
That's
everything,
true.
then they can go.
Especially if you're dealing with older family members, like you guys have to step in and say,
yeah,
like this is
respect
serious.
the rules.
And we know our real estate. Trust me. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, Josh. Hopefully that works out with your roommates.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, hi. All right. Hey, Chloe, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, gamers. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Love the septum.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So I was wondering if you guys have any tips on how I can tell, like, if I'm sick or just depressed.
Oh yeah, I have. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to answer that.
Take it.
Okay, I have some good tips because I've done a podcast before on depression, and I've also been diagnosed with depression before. And obviously, I'm not a professional medical person, so I'm giving you advice as another person. But I know for a fact, for myself, is I like to do. There's a difference between being sad, feeling depressed, and being depressed. And as long as you're aware between the three things, it's gonna really help you. So if you're feeling sad, it's just little different moods. If you're feeling depressed, it feels like it's depression, but it's not, because you have to start looking back. Did I have a moment? Did I get out of bed today? I got out of bed today? That's one step. Did I have a moment where I laughed? Whether today or this week. Oh, I laughed. Okay, that means that like if I laughed once, that means I can laugh again. And I think that's when you realize, okay, I'm feeling depressed, because if I even had a few moments where I had a chance to laugh, that means there's a chance for me to get better. When you're going through actual fully depression, you haven't got out of bed in like 4 days. And another thing that you can do for yourself, talk to someone about it. It'll make you feel better. If you have no one to talk to about it, then, call a helpline, and then just start celebrating little victories. Like when I was going through depression, the fact that I finally got out of bed and showered after 4 days, that was like my little victory. Like I got out of bed today, that's so amazing. So celebrate your little victories, and every day it's just gonna get better and you're gonna be stronger.
100%.
Wow, dropping bars over here.
I think you nailed it.
Oh, that helps.
Dropping bars. Chloe.
I hope that helps.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chloe, for calling in.
I hope you feel better.
Yeah, feel better.
Feel better. And Violet, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Violet, that was amazing. We're actually going to take another question from the emails.
Yes.
Is it a bad idea to sex someone before I've had sex with them?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Like some light sexting.
I don't do it, but I've seen other people that do it. Like, I'm really awkward. So, like, in text, it's just, like, not my thing. I'm not even a good texter. Some people are just really good at sexting. So, but you don't want to get the other person's hopes up.
Yeah.
So then it's like the guy's like, yo, I'm a rock your world, baby. And then he comes within like 3 seconds and you're like, wow, okay, like, remember this text? What happened to this?
I
so
like
maybe like hold off.
I like what you said about the levels of sexting. Some people are definitely more better than others in sexting. And you can set it up a little too much and give them high expectations.
High expectations.
I had girls that were like Edgar Allan Poe with their stuff. I was like, God,
that's dark.
I gotta.
That's dark.
It's poetic as hell. All right.
All right, so let's see what the fans are up to.
Looking through our tablets like a young Moses.
Let's see what's up on Discord. Little victories. Somebody says, Ice Colt says, I definitely sexed a lot before meeting up, especially now. Optimist says, I only do it when they initiate. I like that.
Someone said phone sex over sexting.
Ladies first.
Ooh.
All right. Well, phone sex is pretty lit. I mean, I don't remember the last time like I phone sexted. I mean, I feel like sexting goes hard. Like people do that more than phone sex.
I feel like it was a video call for me. But anyways, we don't need it. We don't need it about that.
Yeah, like, I feel like video chats, like when you're masturbating in front of each other. Not that, I don't know. I'm a virgin, I don't know.
All right, so this is your last chance to vote in our poll. When we come back, we'll reveal the results.
Yay.
Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Welcome back to Gray Area. Woo! Our very first episode ever, and Violet Benson is here hanging out with us. Unfortunately, we could not get Dr. Mike in.
Oh well.
He's having some tech difficulties, but
Hey.
Violet has kept us company, so
Violet's
it's all good.
killing it over here.
I'm more than enough.
Yeah, you are way more
Yes.
than enough. This is our inaugural episode. I'm feeling real presidential. How we doing so far? We good?
You guys are doing amazing,
We're
yeah.
good.
You need a drink or anything? You parched? You good?
Some meth.
She has been
Friday.
parched all show. Maybe that's the reason. Okay.
All right. So it looks like we have a caller.
All right.
Yes, Austin.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
I'm
What's
looking
up,
at the wall.
Austin? We were
Okay.
waiting for your video.
How you doing, Austin? You got a question for us?
Yeah, well, first, congrats on the show. Glad we made it through the first episode.
Thank you.
And
you.
my question is, since we're talking about first times, how do you guys handle like the first impression with people? You know, like how do you not come off awkward?
Okay. We
I
just
can't
let's do
answer that.
one-word answers real
I'm
quick because
always
we're running
awkward.
out of time. Let's do one-word answers.
Eye contact.
Eye contact.
Good hygiene.
Good hygiene. Yeah,
Ask questions.
that's good.
Ask
Ask
questions.
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 That's a good technique.
Okay. All right, Austin. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
So our poll voting has closed. Let's see how you rated your first time. And the poll is coming at me.
Oh,
All right.
we got meh by a lance at 37%.
37% said meh.
Cringe at 21%.
Cringe.
What first time at 28%. And fireworks at a low 14%.
I don't believe that
lying, 'cause
14%.
Their partner was next to them, so they're like fireworks.
Right. All right, everybody, that is it for tonight. I can't believe how fast this hour flew by. Violet, thank you so much for being here and being our first guest.
You can
Thank you for
catch
having
us. Oh, thank you for coming. You can catch us every Wednesday and Friday night live at 7 p.m. That's West Coast.
Next Wednesday, we'll chat with Steve-O. You know him, of course, from the iconic MTV show, Jackass.
That's a legend to me back in high school.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for watching Gray Area.
Peace.
One down. Peace out, y'all.